The Indiana Fever faced off against the Chicago Sky in a blowout victory.
And going in on the Chicago Sky.
They're not going to be pushed around anymore. Even in the midst of all the talk yesterday, you have a Sophie Cunningham, you have a Natasha Howard, and you have a DeWanna Bonner. There's a level of credibility, there's a level of toughness.
Caitlin Clark, in the post-game interview, she made it a point to say, this is not, please don't blow this out.
The WNBA felt like it came to a halt this weekend. The Indiana Fever had just secured a statement victory, but that wasn't the headline. Dana Bonner took the figurative mic and lit up the timeline, calling out Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky with surgical precision, sending a clear message that echoed across the league.
She currently funked herself with Charlotte Webb after she shared a post last night of pretty much somebody congratulating her and going in on the Chicago.
Right in the eye of the storm stood Angel Reese, catching heat and cold stares, while Caitlin Clark stayed cool and collected, her composure unshaken. Bonner didn't hold back. She brought the fire, stirred the drama, and served it up with veteran-level poise and purpose. If you're riding with the Fever, drop a DB and CC in the comments. This moment was for you.
Angel Reese, part 32, let's get it! This ain't LeBron, this is Butter Pecan! Bang! They want to put her at point forward this season. They want her making plays, because she's a playmaker! Bang! That Angel Reese hit a buzzer beater. You gotta check this out! 3, 2, 1, bang! Who cares they lost by 35 points? At least she got her 17 rebounds! Hey, Ma, you got a receipt for this Barbie? I think this one's broken! Send it back!
What began as a standard post-game presser exploded into a full-blown verbal showdown. The Fever's win? That was just the preview. The main event was Bonner putting Reese and the Sky on full blast. It wasn't just a game, it was part sports, part unscripted drama, and it's the kind of moment that's going to live on in highlight reels and hot takes.
A hate thing. They make it a hate train. It's like, no. I'm telling you, if I was the coach or the owner, we forfeit in every game. Either we forfeit or Angel will not be in attendance.
Angel Reese fans is calling race, they're sparking a race war on Twitter right now, and it's starting to get national attention. They're attacking white fans, black.
From the opening tip, you could feel the electricity in the air. The Fever didn't walk into this game, they stormed it, sharp, relentless, and fed up with the doubt. Every possession was a statement. Caitlin Clark wasn't just orchestrating the offense, she was conducting a masterpiece. And Dana Bonner? You could tell this date had been marked with bold letters and underlined in payback.
Clark pulls deep one left wing. Caitlin Clark is her. Natasha Howard able to lay it in the Boston. Her jumper is good.
I think we have a group that's much like the Pacers. We've got a lot of great balance.
Still on the bounce. 3 seconds to go in the half. Caitlin, left wing, off balance three. Got it! Caitlin connects ahead of the halftime buzzer. She is 1 of 1.
Angel Reese came in with her usual swagger, big energy, bold presence, but ran into a different beast. This wasn't about noise. It was about cold, calculated execution. Indiana smothered her like a rumor with no truth. Sure, she got her double-double, but it felt hollow. The Fever owned the night, and Bonner and Clark made it crystal clear this wasn't the Sky's house.
DeWanna Bonner, man, Indiana Fever on became the third all-time WNBA leading scorer in history.
Caitlin Clark looks like she's going to be the MVP of the league. Angel Reese made a fool out of herself, and we won by 100, and I won. So we're back in the good mode, back in the winning. Yesterday was tough with the Celtics, but we're back, baby, and it all starts with who? CC, 22.
As the minutes ticked by, Reese's spotlight started to dim, not because she was dominating, but because the cracks began to show. Her rhythm faded, her confidence wavered, and each misstep chipped away at her game. The crowd felt it, her teammates felt it, and most of all, Bonner saw it. And rather than just notice it, she used it, turning every stumble into motivation and making the moment hurt.
Much passion for basketball as she did for her hate for Caitlin Clark. And her get up, scream in her face. You should be thanking her, because you would have missed another wide open layup. They say, but don't lie. Oh, she gonna cry. Wah, wah. 35% from the field. Trash. She had 5 turnovers. Trash! There are living human beings that breathe, that enjoy this kind of basketball. To the psych ward you go! Burn! It's like driving by a car wreck. I can't help myself. I can't stop watching! Burn!
At some point, it stopped being a basketball game and transformed into a public statement. The moment? Bonner ripping the ball from Angel Reese like she was swiping wallets in Times Square, smooth, ruthless, and precise. She glided in for the layup, no grin, no celebration, just a cold, unblinking stare that cut straight through Reese. It was surgical. Legendary. Then came the post-game post, cool, casual, flexing her dominance while lacing in just enough digital shade to leave no doubts. The timeline didn't just light up, it exploded.
Like Donnie Carr, Angel Reese relies on the dramatics to generate attention. Because just like Donnie, she can't maintain attention based on skill. And the attention-seeking behavior, it started immediately yesterday as Angel Reese and the Chicago Bravado decided that they were going to disrespect the country by refusing to come out for the national anthem. She immediately loses her temper. She could not believe Caitlin Clark stole her moment. Angel Reese gets off the ground very slowly, because everyone seems to be moving in slow motion in the WNBA.
The Angel Reese fan base is full of toxicity right now because they is extremely embarrassed that Angel Reese came to Indiana and
Reese was left picking up the emotional shrapnel, no longer steering the story. The spotlight had shifted entirely off her numbers, off her narrative, and landed squarely on Bonner's declaration. This wasn't just a victory, it was a proclamation. A seasoned vet took the mic and stamped her presence in bold, unmissable ink.
Away, Cookies, TV, open court, right side, and she lays it in!
Reese walked into the arena like she was headlining the show, but the script flipped early. From tip-off, she was met with constant pressure, every possession shadowed, every dribble swarmed. Indiana's crowd was ruthless. Bonner? Even more relentless. There was no space, no momentum, just unyielding defense like the Fever had a personal score to settle with her highlight reel.
For free throw for Bonner. It's in the air, and it's good! DeWanna Bonner now third in WNBA history in scoring. 7,489 points and counting. And here's the ovation for Bonner.
Bonner didn't just defend, she orchestrated a full-scale shutdown. Clark ran the offense with calm precision while the Sky looked like they were searching for a map. What was supposed to be a game became a clinical dissection. Reese tried to fight back, grabbing boards, diving for loose balls, clawing for rhythm like a contestant on a rigged reality show. But the spark was gone. Her usual swagger? Deflated. Her steps? Hesitant. Indiana's game plan zeroed in on her, and Bonner moved through the chaos like royalty, no words, just cold stares after every bucket and stop. The message was clear without ever being said, you're not ready.
DB is somebody that, is a Hall of Famer, like a legend, not only a good basketball player, a great person, a great leader. The strongest voice in our locker room is hers, and it's fun to have been around here now for about a month just to get to learn from her and soak it in. And I'm really happy she got to do it at the free throw line and all the fans could go crazy and cheer for her because she certainly deserved that moment, and it was really awesome.
Then came the viral moment, a simple repost from Bonner that sent the internet into meltdown. What looked like a regular congrats post was layered with quiet venom. Subtle shade, hidden in plain sight. It wasn't just a flex, it was a calculated strike. Within an hour, the post sparked dissection threads longer than research papers. Fans analyzed everything, punctuation, emojis, even fonts. Reese wasn't just dealing with a loss, she was drowning in memes, think pieces, and a tidal wave of "she's not that girl" tweets.
the post. I'm gonna have to put allegedly on there because DeWanna Bonner deleted it. But allegedly, this is the post DeWanna Bonner put on X. And it stated, congrats DeWanna Bonner. Chicago needs to get it together. people's kind of pointing fingers at DeWanna Bonner, like, you know what? You shouldn't have shared that. She shouldn't have. She can share what she wanted to share. Now, I believe she later deleted this post, but man, watch this, bro. Watch this. Let's head on over.
Suddenly, the game stats didn't matter. Points, rebounds, efficiency, all irrelevant. What mattered now was the story. And DeWanna Bonner? She was the author. The plot belonged to her. Reese, once the symbol of boldness and defiance, had been reduced to a background extra in someone else's spotlight. She wasn't just off her game, she was caught standing in the wrong frame, looking more lost than legendary.
And DeWanna Bonner represents the old guard, if you will. Not that she's acted like the old guard or in any of the stereotypical ways that the old guard has been portrayed, but just because she is and has been a fixture of the WNBA, to the point where she became the third all-time leading scorer, obviously, in that game. And Bonner chose to go to the Fever, which surprised some folks, but shows you more so that it was a basketball-related decision. She knows it's a chance to win another championship. She knows it's a chance to, be a part of a great collective and group, a moment in time, a moment of support, and she expressed how much she was.
Right in the eye of the storm, doing absolutely nothing to stir it, was Caitlin Clark. No antics, no dirty looks, no forced bravado, just flawless basketball. She commanded the floor like a seasoned general, calling plays, dropping dimes, and launching logo threes like she was printing receipts in real time. While Reese was sinking in emotional quicksand, Clark was scripting poetry in motion. Her game wasn't loud, but it was deadly. She wasn't guessing, she was forecasting. That's not luck, that's a legacy being built in real time.
Who don't like anybody associated with Clark, just ignore them. The people that they refer to is none other than the Angel Reese fan base, man. The Angel Reese fan base is full of toxicity right now because they is extremely embarrassed that Angel Reese came to Indiana and laid a goose egg. Now, granted, she did get a double-double, but a goose egg is a goose egg. And I'm telling you right now, she laid the biggest goose egg on national television.
And then, boom, history was made. Caitlin Clark did something no one had ever done, the first triple-double in a WNBA season opener. 20 points. 10 rebounds. 10 assists. No dramatic flexes, no look-at-me celebrations, just cold, elite execution wrapped in boardroom-level calm. The crowd didn't just cheer, they erupted. And Bonner, who had just authored her own masterclass, stepped back to let the sophomore star shine. That's not ego. That's honoring the moment.
Season is here, and we have no more time for flirting, folks. We have no more time. It's time to get serious about our business. And Caitlin Clark handled her business game 1. 20, 10, and 10. 20, 10, and 10. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, what did the kids say? Belt to ass. Oh yeah. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Indiana Fever destroy, obliterate, run out of the gym the Chicago Sky. 93-58.
But the real headline wasn't in the box score, it was in the moment Caitlin chose not to react. Late in the game, after a hard foul from Clark, Angel Reese hit the floor and popped up ready to escalate. You could almost feel the heat radiating off her. But Clark? She didn't bite. Didn't blink. She turned away and gave the drama exactly what it deserved, nothing. That silence? That was dominant.
The Indiana Fever just played their first game against the Chicago Sky, and folks, it was not close. It was not close. I remember my timeline being flooded with people saying it was going to be a good dogfight. It was going to be a close game. It was going to come down to the wire. It was going to be a great one. No, it wasn't. It was a 40-point blowout. And it was a great game on one side, On the other side, it was a little questionable. But we got to see Caitlin Clark in full force. We got to see the new and improved Caitlin Clark. I can't wait to break down the film in this video for you guys, man. She looked amazing. She had a triple-double, a 20-point triple-double. She shot it nearly 50% from the field. She shot it 50% from the three, y'all. She had 4 blocks. The defense was there. The playmaking was there. The rebounding was there. Everything was there. She looked like the best player in the...
Clark knew exactly what just happened. She knew the sky had just been systematically broken down. She knew ESPN was already queuing up the highlights. And still, she said nothing. Why? Because when the scoreboard and stat sheet are screaming your name, you don't need to. In a league where every reaction goes viral, sometimes the coldest move is no move at all.
Angel Reese gets up, Aaliyah Boston shoves him, gives him a little stiffy. Hey, don't come at Caitlin. But look at her, Angel Reese upset. Oh my gosh. Hey man, this was hilarious. Look, Angel Reese was pissed. Look at her, she was still going out there a little bit. Look, took the jersey out. Whoa.
And don't forget DeWanna Bonner, she made her own kind of history. She reminded everyone she's still elite, not here for symbolic vet minutes or soft mentoring roles. She didn't just play, she delivered a message. Clark captured the spotlight, but Bonner drew the line in bold ink. As for Reese, she didn't just walk off the court with a loss, she left with a wake-up call, delivered by 2 women who didn't need validation.
I thought Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark were cool. But I don't know, man. The way Angel got up, she was like, Look at her. Ooh. I mean, she was getting after it, fam. Oh my goodness. Now, the funny thing was Caitlin Clark sniffing, walking away. Hold on, let me see if I can get a good angle. Oh yeah, look. watch Caitlin Clark's face right here. Watch this.
This wasn't just a basketball game, it was a cinematic takedown. A generational clash. Composure versus chaos. And if tonight made one thing clear, it's that the new WNBA era isn't approaching, it's already landed, and it brought smoke. If you're rocking with the fever, drop a DB and CC in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. Tap the video on screen, we'll see you in the next one.
There it is! Let's